my name is Jesslyn. I create Procreate brushes and other digital art assets. Today I wanted to walk you through one of the first Procreate brush sets I ever created, which was this botanical bundle. All of these are stamp brushes made in Procreate, and today I'm going to show you how I created some of them. I'm going to start by creating a new canvas. Now, I always use a 27-inch square, but this is a bit overkill for a Procreate brush. I just use this in case I want to turn my brush stamps into PNGs or SVGs. Any square canvas should work as long as it's maybe about 10 inches or bigger. That should be fine. So I'm just going to create my new canvas, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my color to black. Now, when you create a brush stamp, you always need to make sure, if you want your brush to be opaque and you don't want it to be see-through at all, you need to make sure that your brush is completely black. You can check by checking the hexadecimal to make sure that the value of the brush is 6 zeros. That'll be pure black. One of the reasons I love stamp brushes so much is because they're so versatile. All it is basically an image that gets replicated when you use the brush and tap it on the canvas like this. Let's get started and create our own botanical brush. For this image, I'm going to use a brush that comes free with Procreate. It's in the calligraphy brush set. If you go to the monoline brush, that is the one that I'm going to use. The first thing I'm going to draw is my stem. I just always like doing a little bit of a curve to my stem. I'm going to hold it in place to create an arc. And then I can go and edit the shape if I want, but I liked it how it was. Maybe there a little bit, maybe a little bit smaller. I don't know, you can play around. Doesn't have to be precise. I'm going to take my same monoline brush that I just used, and I'm going to add a leaf at the top here. And then I'm going to add a couple more leaves coming off the side of my stem. To redo that, I want to make sure that the edges join up. Make sure that my edges there are really nice. I'm going to do a couple more leaves. Okay, I'm happy with that. Usually at this point I would fill this brush in, but I'm actually going to create two versions of this brush. I'm going to create this outline version, and I'm going to create a filled in version, and you'll see why now. So now we have an outline of a leaf. Let us turn this into a stamp brush, and we're going to do this a couple of times. It might be a bit overwhelming if you've never made a brush before, but you'll soon get the hang of it, especially if you do it multiple times. So the first thing I'm going to do is copy our image. Now, just to reiterate, you want to make sure that you have a black image on a white background. This is to make sure that Procreate creates the brush correctly. So I'm going to swipe down with 3 fingers, and that's going to bring up the copy and paste menu. I'm going to tap copy all so that I copy the entire canvas. I'm going to go to my brush menu, and I'm going to go up to create a new brush library, and I'm going to call it botanical stamps. And then in my empty brush library that I've got here, I'm going to tap the plus sign, and I'm going to create a new brush. The first thing I always do when I create a new stamp brush is I go to the shape menu, I tap edit, import, paste. That is now going to paste the image that we just copied. But in Procreate, you always need your brush to be white on a black background. So I'm going to take 2 fingers, I'm going to tap on my image, and it's going to invert it so that my image is white and it's on a black background. I'm going to tap done to save my changes. You can see my little brush over there. And then I'm going to go up to the stroke path, the first tab in the menu. And I'm going to turn my spacing all the way up. Now you can see my image is a stamp brush, but the opacity is kind of weird. Sometimes it's light, sometimes it's dark. So I'm going to go to the Apple Pencil menu, and I'm going to turn opacity all the way down. And then I'm going to go to properties and turn the maximum size all the way up. That looks a bit weird. Let's clear the drawing pad, and then you'll see our stamp over here. And the last thing I'm going to do is turn on stamp preview. So in our brush menu, we'll be able to see the stamp in the menu, and we'll know exactly what the image is. I'm also going to turn the preview down. This is a personal choice, but I find that usually I need to do this. That is it. I'm going to tap done. I'm going to hide the layer I just was working on. I'm going to create a new layer by tapping the plus sign. And now you'll see we have a brush stamp, and you can turn the size up over here on the side. Unfortunately, it will never be as big as the original size if you created it on a canvas as big as mine. Procreate maxes out the image at a certain limit, unfortunately. I'm going to take my layer and I'm going to duplicate it. I could just work directly on this layer, but I always like having a backup whenever I'm going to change what I've currently been working on. So I'm going to duplicate this layer by swiping to the left and tapping duplicate. And I'm going to hide this layer at the bottom because I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to make sure I'm on this layer above. You can rename it if you want by tapping on it and tapping rename. And we can call this filled in. And we can call this layer outline so that we know which is which. I'm going to make sure that I'm on this top layer. I'm going to tap my color and drag it to one of the leaves. Now you'll see a color drop threshold that appears, and you can drag this left or right. If you drag it all the way to the left and zoom in, you'll see that sometimes you get this weird outline because it's not filling in the shape completely. So I'm going to undo that by tapping with 2 fingers, and I'm just going to drag this again, and I'm going to drag to the right to increase my color threshold. I'm going to do it one more time. And it depends on the shape that you're filling in, but usually around 80% will work. I mean, you can put that all the way up to almost 100%. I think 100% will just actually flood the whole layer. No, it won't. See if I turn this up to 100%. Yeah, 100% will make the whole layer black, and we don't want that. So about 80-90%, that's fine. So I'm just going to continue filling in all of my leaf shapes, and now we have a solid leaf. And I'm going to turn this into a stamp using the same process as I did earlier. So I'm going to swipe down with 3 fingers, tap copy all. I'm going to go to my brush library. I'm going to actually duplicate this brush. Now, because we've already created a stamp brush, we can just duplicate this exact brush and we can create a new stamp brush. So I'm going to swipe to the left again, tap duplicate, and I'm going to tap on this brush to edit it. I'm going to go down to the shape menu, tap edit, import, paste. And you'll see that I don't have to tap with 2 fingers to invert it because I'm duplicating an existing brush where I inverted what I pasted. So Procreate keeps those settings and it knows if you've inverted the image or not. So that's one thing about making brush stamps that's also really nice, is once you have one, you can literally duplicate it, change the shape, change the name, and you're done. It's wonderful. But I'm not done here yet because I am going to go one step further and I'm actually going to add some more information about this brush. So I'm going to go to about this brush. Now you'll see that this is all blank here, and this is where we can actually add some information about the creator of this brush. So since I created it, I'm going to enter my name, Jesslyn, and I'm going to add my logo. I'm going to tap here, say from photos. I'm going to add my logo as an image, and then you can sign over here. I usually don't add it. I like my logo as it is. And then I'm now going to actually create a reset point. If somebody buys your brush and wants to modify your brush, they can always reset it back to the original set. You'll see that every default brush that comes with Procreate has a reset point. So if you modify it by mistake and want to go back to the original brush, you can just tap reset brush. This will be an option just now, you'll see. And you can go back to the original settings of the brush, which is really nice. So I'm going to go to create new reset point. So if you create a reset point over one you already had, it's going to overwrite those settings. So make sure that you're very careful with this. I've made some mistakes with it in the past. I'm going to tap done, but we're not done because I'm going to go to actually name this brush. So I'm going to say botanical. I'm actually going to name it solid botanical leaf so that we know the name. And now I actually should create a new reset point so that it saves the name. I'm going to tap done, and that's going to be our solid botanical leaf. You can see this preview is a bit big, so I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. Go to properties and turn the preview down. There we go. Let's turn it to 5%. That's a little bit better so it doesn't overlap the name. And I'm going to also rename this one to be our outline botanical leaf. I'm also going to add my name, and my business logo, and I'm going to create a new reset point. So now I have my two, and I'm going to change the preview down to 5%. Now we have two brushes. I'm going to hide this layer, and I'm going to go down to my Boho Botanicals color palette. I'm going to use my solid botanical brush. I'm going to add that in the center. I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to use a dark color. I'm going to go to my outline leaf. I'm going to tap on there, and I'm basically just going to offset it a little bit. I'm going to turn snapping off so I can move this around a little bit more easily. But there we go. And you get this cool little effect. That's why I always like creating the outline version and the solid version of any botanical that I draw, because if you sell it, you give the customer the option to do something like this. They also have the option to either use the outline or the solid. It just gives a little bit more variety, and you can do some cool things with these brushes. So I really like that.